That's it. Oh, what happened? Okay. This person is standing in a squared off stance. Squared off means both the feet they are in the same line. Combat stance means one foot back, as if I'm ready to fight. Okay? We walk in a combat stance in a way that one foot is forward, one foot is back. You are not hopping on both the feet. So we start with a squared off stance. Both the feet are in one line, and I can also be having the same configuration here, both the feet in one line. One line, shoulders facing each other. This is to understand our technique. Slowly we'll make it more combative. But for now, we'll start with this configuration. One of your arm, right arm or left arm, goes for a grip behind the neck. So thumb in, and you hold on to the collar. If you can't find this thumb in grip, maybe the gi is too tight, you can look for something at the back. If we are not wearing a uniform, we can hug the neck. You don't want to hug the neck, just place your forearm onto their shoulder. Everything works. This is a dead arm. It's not doing anything for now. It's a dead arm. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a resting arm, whichever way you want to start with. Okay. We are here, squared off, pair polo please. Okay. This is how we're going to start. The rule is left versus left. My left foot versus his left foot. My right foot versus his right foot. Whenever we start this footwork, this is what we're going to be careful about. If I start from my left, I'm always going towards his left. If I start from my right, I'm always going towards his right. Okay? Left towards him. Left towards him. Pointed towards him. Right, I'm going to lift and I'll place it in the center. As if there is a center line. If we divide him in one line, in two parts, the center part is where I'm placing my right foot, and I'm on the ball of the feet on my right. Squared off, left, right. My knees are softly bent. Then I go back, back. Left, right, back, back. We started from the squared off stance. Left, right, right. Okay. Now while we're doing all of this, side please, we'll maintain some gap from hip to hip or belt to belt, but I'll lean forward with my upper body. Not this much, but the idea is upper body goes forward while your hips are still piped out. While we're doing this. Squared off, pair or polo please. Forward, forward, in. As if I want to hug him. But the hug is happening with both the shoulders rather than. This is something we want to avoid. Why would the sideways happen? Because of my back foot, the toes pointing sideways. That's bad. So my toes have to be pointing into him. Back, back. You control the distance or you measure the distance which changes from partner to partner. If I have somebody who is taller, pair or collar, naturally they'll be standing with a wider stance as compared to others. So you might have to work your triangle. So this is the triangle. 1 point, 2 point, 3 point. It's an equal distance triangle, equilateral triangle. If you mess this up, you're doing something else. Okay? Squared off, up, up. Hips have the space that I can run towards my right, I can crash into him, I can move towards the left, or I can exit, reset. You clear with this? Put it from this side, right, follow. Don't go too deep with your left that you don't even have space. And he's going to hug you, he's going to start wrestling with you. You're going to avoid that part. Left arm is dead. Right is not doing anything. Okay? We partner up. I'll set the timer for a minute. Find your pace. You can start slow. like a dummy weight. When do you start increasing your intensity? Just when you don't have to look down. You might be starting by looking down, which is okay. But once you get comfortable, you'll know where to place your foot. Let's start increasing the speed. We good? Let's go. Left, right, chest. Only addition over here is that my left foot, which is at front, my left foot, I'll keep my toes pointed to the ground, not to the light, but to the ground, and I kick forward. I'm still on the ball of the feet on my right, and I'm leaning forward with my chest. Like this. This is what we're doing. Important thing, keep your toes pointed down, not up. Up becomes a groin kick. Okay? My hips still have a space wherein I can turn, I can pass my arm, but chest does not have that space. So I'm leaning towards my partner, or I'm crashing into him. Careful. Same there. This is the only addition. You'll have to squat down a little. You'll have to be on the ball of the feet. This involves a little bit of quads and balance. So be okay with this. It might take some time for us to find the balance wherein we might be falling. If you're falling right and left, it's better to fall onto your partner rather than go right and left. Are we clear? 1 minute round again. Just one round with this addition. Okay, let's go. Person who's moving with the footwork, let's discuss about this person. You're gonna hug yourself. Chin down. Accept the fall if it happens. Okay? Do not post your arm if you're not comfortable. But if you feel you have the rhythm after a few repetitions, start hitting the ground or dropping your hands to the ground. Only when you're comfortable. If you're not comfortable with that timing, keep hugging yourself. Hug yourself, chin down. That's the only thing we need from this part. Okay? We start from a squared off stance. Squared off stance. Hop, hop, hop. Hop, hop, hop. And I'm leaning forward with my upper body. Hop, hop, hop. Hop, hop, hop. Hop, hop, hop. We just circle. Person, he's comfortable, so he's hitting the ground. Or he's dropping his hands to the mat, dead. They're not hitting the ground, it's just dropping there. To break that rolling moment. Okay? Ha. 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 Important thing in this is your right foot. If the toes are pointed forward, you will find a good success. If the toes are pointed to the side, you'll find not so much of a success. I don't want to hit his hamstring or knee pit. I want to sweep almost to the ground part, which is the heel or could be the ankle, whatever is in contact. This is what we want. Rather than, this is something else. We are not doing this. Okay, left arm is still dead. Common mistake that could happen is hop, hop, hop. A little punch. We don't want to punch. To move forward or to have a forward pressure, you drop dead with your chest or you crash into them rather than punch them. Okay. Forward. Hop, hop. This arm, you can go with them, you can let go. Try that once he feels that Shah Rukh Khan pose, jahan pe bilkul niche ja chuka hai, you know there is no coming back. Once you feel there is no coming back, release the grip and find your control or find your balance. Okay. Samne. Rule is left versus left, right as a triangle, toes pointed forward. And this sweeping motion, I don't want to finish till this point. I'm going to sweep as if you're making a semicircle. So this is the compass, this is the needle, this be the pencil. So needle, forward, and you make a 180-degree circle. Because if you go beyond this point, you'll have to move your needle. And you don't move the needle.
So your hip comes back as well. Your left hip circles back.
Left hip circles back because I'm opening this.
So it's not just with the leg.
Nothing with the leg. You're actually moving with your entire body. So both of your shoulders or hip, which were pointed forward, they're moving to the side. Okay, so up, forward, without moving your needle. You move the needle, you're going to tear the paper. If you have your toes pointed to the side, you'll not find a success. Because this is not the sweep. Sweep is 100% back. So this is how we're going to train. This is without the timer now. You do few times kick forward. Don't make it a groin kick. It would happen to be a groin kick if your toes are pointed up. So keep your toes pointed down. Few kicks and then a big circle. A big circle. Now big does not mean a slow circle. It's a big but an explosive circle. At 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 repetition, whenever you feel you got the rhythm for the kick or your foot is placed very nicely with your toes pointed forward, to finish. Arm is not doing anything, please don't punch. Person who is accepting this, accept it without posting your palm on the ground. Keep your shoulders safe, keep your elbows safe. And chin, right from the very beginning. So my partner would start from here. They're not looking towards me. They start from here. Ready to accept the fall. You clear? Yes. Keep working this part. For the rest, हम एक situation बढ़ेंगे आगे. We're just going to move one step. Create some scenario now. Okay. Forward. We have done this. We've been working this since last Sunday. So if you see them doing decent, it's because this is the 8th day. And if they're still bad, just think about the 8-day progression. We started learning this when the partner is squared off. Because he's not fighting back. He's not punching me, he's not kicking me, he's not pushing around or putting me down, kuch bhi aisa. He's just a reference point for me. He's like a scarecrow. He's keeping himself safe, but also giving me a reference point. So like a training buddy who's not fighting back. Let's start giving him some resistance, some powers, not all at once, but some. First thing to begin with is he'll mess up the squared off stance. If the stance is different, how do I enter at what angle I have to turn my hips? So a little bit of a learning work or a getting used to or improv work that I have to get on. Right. Now the rule here is, if I'm using my left arm, I have to lead with my left foot. No, आप कुछ मत करो. Be squared off, you will get him into a fighting stance. If I'm using my left arm as a reference point or a measuring scale, a measuring stick, I have to work with my left. So left versus left. Right in the center, and left is what sweeps. Left, right, left. It can't be same foot. It can't be left, right, right. We don't walk like this. We walk left, right, left, right, right. Hop, hop, hop. If I'm committing my right arm in, I'll have to start with my right. Okay, this is the condition for me. Now, the requirement that I need from Adil is, I want, just beside I'm working, that foot to be at front. Because if I'm doing this, this is in my reach. At least I can reach this. But if the foot is at the back, this is too much of a commitment for me and I'm putting myself at risk. Because it's equal, it's 50-50 almost. Whatever I can do to him, he can also do to me. It's just that he's not doing it right. So we'll start with this reference point. So if I have my left committed, he also keeps his left forward, which keeps his sweeping foot at the back. I can't just move in. He's going to start wrestling with me. He's going to start throwing me down, lift me up, everything. So this is where we are. My left is committed. Left will be the leading one. But something more that I have to do just to make him step forward. I need this foot to be forward. Aage, aage, aage. One second. Okay. We are here. I have to do something wherein I'll make him step forward. Again, he's not fighting back. He's just creating more difficulties or learning opportunities for me. Till the time I don't figure this thing out, we are not starting the resistance wala part. Okay. Right side is gonna start first now. I'm gonna lift my right foot and I'll place it diagonally back. Diagonally back. Okay. I'll shift my weight to this side without letting go. I'll shift my weight and I'll have my right foot off the ground.